Hi, my name is Ashley and today I'll be covering the structures and functions of the digestive system, the processes of mechanical and chemical digestion and discuss the enzymes involved, and also I'll discuss the constituent food groups of a balanced diet and their sources. So here we have the digestive tract, which starts in the mouth, where the teeth chew the food into smaller pieces and the salivary glands, the sublingual, the submandibular and the parotoid gland, release saliva to aid the breakdown of the food by softening it. The tongue then rolls the food into a bolus and pushes it to the pharynx, and the food is swallowed as its muscular wall contracts and it pushes it down into the esophagus. The esophagus is 25 centimetres long, running from the pharynx down to the stomach, and it transports the bolus. The stomach, which is here, has a triple muscular layer which churns the bolus, mixing it with gastric juices produced by the stomach glands to further break the food down. Mucus is also secreted to protect the stomach lining itself from digestion. During this process, the liquefied bolus becomes chyme. Chyme then enters the small intestine, which is the main site of digestion and absorption. Bile also enters the small intestine. Bile is a fluid produced by the liver and it is then held in this pear-shaped sac attached called the gallbladder to be excreted into the small intestine via the bile duct, which I have labelled. Enzymes also enter the small intestine from the pancreas via the pancreatic duct to aid digestion of the macromolecules. The small intestine is in three parts, which is the duodenum, the jejunum and the ileum. In the duodenum, the chyme becomes alkaline, allowing the enzymes to work at their optimum, and it's moved along by peristalsis, where it is then mixed with pancreatic and intestinal juices until digestion is mostly complete. As you can see here, the walls of the small intestine are lined with villi, which are little protrusions sticking out to increase the surface area for maximum absorption. The large intestine, as shown here, is the next part, so it's in four sections. First is the ascending colon, which runs up towards the abdomen. Then the transverse colon, which is the longest and most movable part. The third section is the descending colon, which temporarily stores the faeces, and fourth and final is the sigmoid section, which has contracting muscular walls that push the faeces into the rectum. The rectum is then the final temporary storage site for faeces before it's expelled via the contracting anal canal. So next I'm discussing mechanical digestion, which is the process of teeth breaking food down in the mouth, also known as mastication. Chemical digestion also occurs in the mouth due to the enzyme amylase released in saliva. This enzyme begins to break down starches into sugars in the mouth. There are many enzymes which help mechanical and chemical digestion processes, such as enzyme pepsin, for example, which is secreted from gastric glands. Their target molecules are peptides for protein digestion, and their ideal pH is 1.5 to 1.6. Another example is the enzyme pancreatic amylase, which is secreted from the pancreas, and their target molecules are complex sugars, such as turning starch into maltose. And the ideal pH is 5.0 to 10.5 with an optimum of 7.0. So all enzymes have optimum conditions of which they work best. I've listed a few examples of what that might look like here. In terms of how an enzyme works, it's similar to that of a lock and key. So a specific nutrient will enter its specific enzyme. It will go into the active site where the reaction will then take place, and then the finalised product will be released by the enzyme, leaving the active site ready to be used again. So next I'll be looking at the constituent food groups of a balanced diet, of which there are 5 different ones. So group number 1 is sourced in products such as meat, fish, eggs, poultry, nuts, beans and pulses, all of which are predominantly rich sources of protein. They also contain other nutrients such as zinc or iron. Haem iron is also found in meat and it's the most easily absorbed iron. Oily fish such as salmon or trout are high in omega-3 fats, which help to defend against heart disease and other health problems. A supply of protein is vital, as proteins are the building blocks of metabolism, muscle repair and development, and fluid balance. As shown, proteins are forms of amino acids, of which there are 9 essentials that the body cannot manufacture and therefore must be supplied in the diet. The other 11 can be produced by the body as long as the other 9 essentials are present. Animal source proteins are considered complete proteins as they often contain all 9 essentials, whereas the majority of plant-based proteins are considered incomplete, and therefore it's harder to consume enough solely through a plant-based diet. To do this, you would have to consume complementary combination of proteins to get the full benefit of all 20 amino acids. For group number 2, sources include bread, cereals, pasta, rice and potatoes. Group 2 are carbohydrates and should make up 1/3 of a balanced diet, as shown here on the Eat Well plate, as they're the main source of the body's energy. You can also see a flowchart here showing the differences between simple and complex carbohydrate structures and examples of them. So starchy foods help to fuel working muscles, increase stamina, concentration, strength and energy. Carbohydrates are converted into glucose for cell use and then stored in the liver and muscles as glycogen. There are two types of carbs: refined, which includes processed products such as white bread, white pasta, and contains excess sugar and salt and fats with no vitamins or minerals. They are often considered the unhealthier option and should be consumed in moderation, whereas unrefined carbohydrates are very high in dietary fibre. They contain vitamins, minerals and antioxidants found in sources such as wholemeal and whole grain. Their dietary fibre helps aid against bowel movement and protects against gastrointestinal illnesses. So group number 3 is sourced in fruit and vegetables such as apples, carrots, peas, beans and pulses. Fruit and vegetables provide an abundance of vitamins and minerals and dietary fibre. The body requires a wide range of vitamins and minerals which are located in different fruits and vegetables depending on colour, pigment and families. For example, citrus fruits such as lemon or oranges are high in vitamin C. For this reason, a wide variety of fruit and vegetables must be consumed daily to receive the full benefit. I have included a picture with a few examples here of the different benefits of different fruit and vegetable colourings. Dietary fibre is also found in group 3 products, of which there are 2 types. So insoluble fibre, which is found on the outer protection of plants such as broccoli or green beans. It aids the removal of waste through the gut. Soluble fibre, however, is found on the plant's inner structures, on products such as apple or celery, and helps to lower cholesterol. Both fibres are important to the health of the body. Fruit and vegetables are also bursting with antioxidants, and just like vitamins and minerals, the body requires a wide range. So group number 4 is found in dairy products such as cheese, milk, yoghurt, cream and butter. 2 to 3 servings of the lower fat group 4 products are recommended per day due to their high calcium content. Calcium is vital for bones and muscle contraction. Group 4 products such as butter can be high in saturated fat, however, which can be beneficial in small quantities as it can contribute to a strong immune system and structural engineering of cells. However, it should be consumed in moderation as excessive amounts can be harmful to the body. Calcium is also important as it enables blood to clot as well as keeping bones healthy. Therefore, the low-fat group 4 products are essential to a balanced diet. Group number 5 sources include cakes, confectionery, processed meat and sugary drinks. These products are high in fat, saturated sugars, trans fat and salts. As you can see here, I've listed examples of where you can find harmful fats. They are not essential for a balanced diet, but they can be included if consumed in moderation. So in conclusion, I feel that I've learned the structures and functions of the digestive system, discussed the processes of mechanical and chemical digestion and the enzymes involved, and also the distinction between the 5 food groups and their benefits. Thank you so much for listening.